Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Spitball Media Podcast. This is a weekly look where we just spit out the top entertainment stories of the week. And we have a chat. We have a natter about it, as they say in the UK. My name is John Draper. Joining me, the Prince of Philadelphia, Shah. Shah, how is Philly these days? I don't hear a lot about Philly.
Man, it's been beautiful the last week. It's been nice and warm and springy, and then today it got cold again. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you guys
Holy
getting that rain
shit.
too? The cold-ass rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. It's like 40 degrees here. It was nice, and now it sucks. And then, of course, he's the king of the Midwest. I think he got a haircut recently. I could see it on him. He's got a little bit of a glow there. Bisha Brian, how is the Midwest weather? You guys getting the spring yet or what, man? It's kind of
Yeah, but we had a tornado watch for like 7 hours yesterday. So, yeah, we're in the middle of like it's 40, it's 70, it's humid, it's cold, and like all that shit. Yeah,
like a menopausal woman, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta have that. Bisha, what's your shirt? It looks like graffiti letters.
Oh, it's RST Video from Clerks.
Oh,
video store.
doesn't it look like graffiti? That RST looks like OG graffiti, right?
Yeah, like 90s graffiti too.
90s graffiti. That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to my brother Bobby. He bought me that for my birthday this year.
Oh, Bobby Boucher.
But yeah,
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. Yeah, like to play the football.
Yeah, likes to play the foosball. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for checking us out. But consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Media. That's where you get oodles and noodles of just copious amounts of shows going all the way back to the pandemic days, Break the Apocalypse days, solo shows, Q&A. I mean, there's something there for everyone, Shah, no matter what you like.
Yeah, and you still have time to ask your questions for this month. We're still doing the Q&A at the end of the month, so
That's right.
I'm excited.
Yes, it's going to be a big Q&A, and of course, B-Show, you love the Q&A, but I don't know. I think Shah might love it more than you.
It's been consistently Shaheen's favorite show, and I can't disagree. I actually peaked this week, and there's some pretty good questions in there. So get them in. We're going to do them at the end of the month, maybe first week of next month, because I think you're going to be on assignment.
Yes, I am going to be on assignment. I'll be here next week, but I won't be here the week after. So we'll probably, let's save the Q&A probably for the week after. So you might get an extra week in there, but don't worry, Patreon people, we're going to take care of you like we always do. And we thank you for going to patreon.com/Spitball Media. $5. It's a low, affordable price. You can't get anything for that. Nothing fun you can get for $5. I assure you, maybe a box of tissues, and then you could just do what you need to do to handle your business. But patreon.com/Spitball Media, $5. We got about 1,200, 1,300 hours there. Thank you for people chilling in the chat. We got, I always say backwards, Baron Corbin. Clerk of Chaos is in there. My buddy Rich Dow is chilling. Who else is in there? Sorry, I got to scroll through.
Big Brother Joe.
Oh, Brother Joe is in there. Okay. My Brother Joe is actually upstairs right now, guys, by the way.
He's in town?
Yeah, he came in for the night. It's the first time I saw him since the show. He's in for the night. Okay. He's passing through. He's complaining about the weather because it's fucking freezing here. I guess when you come from Florida. The Clerk of Chaos is there. Mr. Punches is there. But thank you guys for chilling, and thank you guys for the Patreon support. And we appreciate it. So a couple of interesting stories happening this week, but I want to talk a little bit about a movie that's very controversial that we talked about on the show that I got to see in the big screen last weekend, fellas. I'm talking about director Alex Garland's Civil War. Now, to say this is controversial is probably an understatement. But I'm not going to give away too much of the farm, but I feel like this is the kind of movie that if you didn't see in theaters at this point, you would have seen by now. Now, as far as Alex Garland goes, Shah, for people that don't know, I think, and I said this, I think to my brother Mike from Necromaniacs, easily maybe one of the top 5 best directors currently working in the industry. Would you say that?
Yeah, 100%. I would definitely put him in the top 5. And he's also very talented in writing. He's not just a good director. He's done a lot of movies.
Yeah, he's written quite a few films. Bisha, you kind of fell into Alex Garland from us talking about it so much.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at. We talked about Men. 28 Days Later.
Well, he wrote, I think, 28 Days Later. He also wrote the Judge Dredd movie, I believe.
Yeah.
Ex Machina.
He his movies. He's known for his previous trilogy, which is Ex Machina, which he directed, followed by Annihilation, and then of course the very sort of, I would say it's controversial as Men. Men probably being a box office disappointment because of how it was sort of perceived. But as we've discussed on here many times,
very misunderstood.
Very misunderstood film. I can't imagine someone not seeing any of these films. But Shah, we were so big on this guy for a while, and I just feel like no matter what his next film was going to be, we were going to be on board, right? I mean, like regardless.
Yeah, I mean him, Robert Eggers, and Ari Aster. I think those three for me, no matter what they do, I'll kind of just give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's not just going to go back to writing and not directing any more movies, because I mean that was the rumor, was that this is his last one, right?
Yeah. So that was the rumor. But again, he's constantly writing. We've barely touched the surface, I think, on the things he's written. But I had to see this film. We discussed it on the show when we heard about it initially. Unfortunately, we believed it was a Civil War movie about the actual Civil War in America, which would have been a fascinating take. I think we were like super like, oh my God, this dude's going to give us the worst, like just the worst aspects of it. But it is a fictitious version taken from modern politics. Now, I want to point something out for people who haven't seen the film. I'm not trying to give too much away here. This is anything you would read without giving away spoilers. You two guys might not be aware of this. So I'm just going to ask you both. Are you aware of the fact that in this movie, there is no politics? In other words, you never find out the political affiliations of the Civil War the Civil War states, Shah. So in other words, Shah, like you don't know if it's Republicans versus Democrats, if it's socialists versus communists. You don't know if it's, hippies versus yippies. There's no politics to this. There's no political party sort of maligned or praised. Were you aware of that?
See, I didn't know that, but I knew that it was very much from like a neutral perspective, because when I read some of the reviews, was that it's not going to piss as many people off as you expected. Because going into it, I thought,
oh yeah, I thought
this was show sides. That's what I thought it was.
I thought people were going to start shooting each other in the movie theater.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. And then so I mean, I didn't know there's no politics.
None. Zero.
I didn't know that, but
zero.
It's from the journalist's perspective, basically,
yes,
right? The
that's why. It's supposed to be a war correspondent, and I watched the short interview B-show with Alex Garland, where he literally says, at no point in this film are we assigning a political party to the warring factions, and we did that by design. Does that surprise you, B-show?
Actually, in this day and age, yeah, in activist movie making, it really does. I think it's very smart because, as Michael Jordan once said, Republicans buy shoes too.
Yeah.
So, great way to not divide your audience. The only issue is I saw Tim Pool. Is that the dude who wears the beanie all the time?
Yeah.
On Twitter, he said something about like, you can tell it's based on Orange Man Bad, but they really don't go there. It's more from the journalist perspective. Did you pick any of that up, or was it completely
a little bit?
Ambiguous?
But the actor who plays him, I still call him Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec, who also has played many other characters. But he's a character actor.
Nick Offerman, yeah.
Nick Offerman. I like Nick Offerman quite a bit. He's a very, very funny guy. He's a strange man. He's kind of inconsequential. Yeah, I mean, now if you just see an arrogant president talking shit, is it always going to be Orange Man Bad? I mean, look, I think Alex Garland, because of how different and how smart he is, he didn't need Shah to go for the cheap heat and go, this is about MAGA. This is about the dangers of and also he's not American, which I think a lot of people maybe forget or aren't aware of Shah,
Yeah, I agree with both of those. And, kind of just to touch on what B-show was saying. Yeah, they don't want to piss off one side because they want everybody to go watch it. So yeah, I mean, it's a smart approach. And on a side note, I want to give Chris Matthews a shout out because he just named my top 5.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, well, new directors. I don't want to include Quentin Tarantino and guys like that.
I see his 3 there. Yeah, and then look at his top 5. We should do that during the
Ari Aster
show with that. Everybody
Brandon Cronenberg, Alex Garland, Ty West, and Robert Eggers. I mean, those 5 are the new 5 that, I mean, holy shit. Everything they put out, I've enjoyed so far. So
yeah. Emmanuel Rojas joined the crew here, and so did Marquise. Emmanuel Rojas saying he was also a story supervisor for Devil May Cry, the video game. Yeah, Alex Garland's a genius. I mean, he's a genius. He's brilliant. He didn't need, what I'm saying, Bisha, I almost respect, I didn't know this going into the movie, and I'm sitting in the theater watching this with a lot of people. There was a lot of people at my showing, and because it had just opened, that weekend, and it's not doing great, but do you think, B-show, we're not, I mean, I hate to say this, but do you think we're not smart enough to see a movie that has no politics about something like this?
Yeah, I don't know. Because if this was Daily Wire, it would definitely be slanted one way or the other. Which is why I think people stay away from those movies, because they're completely exploitive, and
Yeah.
you don't have to go there. And I think that's what I like about, I hate to do the A24 thing or Alex Garland, but this newer crop of directors and writers coming out where they don't have to go there and be cheap about it for a hook.
Yeah.
They're just making good shit, and it is provocative, because you put a title up with Civil War, you think you know what you're getting going in, and probably surprised when it wasn't that. It was pretty innocuous.
Actually. Yeah, but it could be confusing. Kevco TV, you brought up an interesting point, which I will get to, about the gunshots, because that's a big part of this story. And I almost saw an IMAX. I didn't. Just because I didn't feel like paying for the extra kick up there. But so again, I don't want to give so much of this movie away, but there's a lot of more movies opening. This is not really oh, let me run to the theater to see it. I feel like if you're going to see it, you might have seen it already. But it's a brutal movie. Like I like the shooting deaths and the frequency of people being shot. Some of it at like execution style. And the fact that this is basically, and again, I don't want to give away too much. I apologize for trying to be cryptic, but basically the sitting president has decided to not leave office. And 2 states in particular, who have no political connection to one another, decide that this is a moral imperative that we must physically remove this person. And those 2 states are California and Texas. And California and Texas, being massive states with massive, military style presences there, are now literally fighting against the who people who are fighting for the president. On top of which, there are also clearly anarchistic people in their own militias, hillbillies with guns on roofs. So it's like you really don't know who the fuck is who until it comes very clear towards the end, is these war infractions. And Alex Garland said, Shah, he chose Texas and California specifically because of how different they are politically, but that they came together with their massive amount of private military and people to say that, yeah, even though we don't agree on politics, we need to go and literally murder. The plot is California and Texas are coming to DC to murder the president. And the president has DC and all through the Northeast is under this crazy military. But Shah, it's kind of a genius. Like on the surface, it's kind of Alex Garland.
No, it definitely is a genius approach to it, because, like, again, California being completely blue and fucking Texas being the polar opposite.
Right.
You can't help but to kind of make the connection to the insurrection from January 6th.
Yeah,
it's clearly what it's influenced.
But they
by.
never say. But Shah, they never call anybody Republican, a Democrat, MAGA. None of this is ever said.
And I mean, he's using the California and Texas thing as a tool to kind of hide,
a device, like a plot device. Yeah.
But no, man, I like that. I like the fact that, I mean, I didn't really know the plot, but that's a dope. That's kind of what I wanted to happen. So
yeah, and B-Show, one of the things is that the Northeast, because of its proximity to DC, is a fucking war zone, and the closer you get to DC, now I should tell you, this movie opens in Brooklyn. With civil unrest in Brooklyn. It's very jarring for me to see that. And the deaths come right away. Death is everywhere. B-Show, let me ask you a question, because like I said, you're a little bit later to the Alex Garland table. Do you think a mainstream director could have made these choices and everyone would have been like, yeah, totally fine?
No, not at all. Because I think there's and again, outsider perspective, it seems like there's an understanding, not to sound fucking, like one of these guys that goes on Rogan and says there's an entire system in Hollywood, but like you almost.
Sorry,
I wasn't going that far. But
I'm adjacent.
There you go. So it's almost like it's understood that you have to fall in line and make a certain type of movie, and if you don't, then you're gonna end up, like I said, Daily Wire making movies with fucking Ben Shapiro all day long. And I don't think you could do that, because I think there's too much expectation to do one thing or the other. It would be a mainstream person to say, okay, it's either going to be Texas or it's going to be California because they're polar opposites. But someone like this goes, hey, what if it was them fucking banding together because they're so polar opposite that they both think shit's fucked up? That's I hate to say, a genius move.
Yeah.
But it would have been so easy. And I think that's what I was getting to with the A24 style thing. And it's an overused term. but it's that experimental attitude and vibe where it's not just, okay, we're gonna make this film about this thing, and these are the things that happens. It's the South Park mentality of, instead of this and then this and then this, it's this happens, but this happens, therefore this happens, and you go around it. It makes it much more interesting. So kudos to him.
And when you guys eventually will see this film, Shah, I'm the cinematography is woof, because you see like the turnpikes with just bodies and cars for like as far as the eye could see. One, I think it's supposed to be the Pennsylvania Turnpike, if I'm not mistaken. One side of it, Shah, is completely cars and bodies, like from like airstrikes. And they're driving from Brooklyn to DC, and they have to go towards Pittsburgh because they can't go through the tri-state area because it is, this is it. It is completely destroyed, Shah. I mean, it is utterly destroyed. Look at that.
Yeah, I heard the IMAX experience is definitely worth it though. If you haven't seen it yet, because that's what I kept reading in the reviews was the sound and how effective it was. They were saying the IMAX, if you experience it in there, it's horrifying.
Yeah, the gunshots.
From my understanding, it did pretty well so far. It's almost at like what, 26 million or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what it cost. B, can we maybe pull up the financials there?
Because all the reviews were saying it's doing really well.
Yeah. It's, I mean, look, if you like Civil War box office 1.53. Civil War movie box office, maybe.
That's where I'm going with it.
Yeah, because it's so much.
1.1 billion.
Yeah, that's what the Civil War cost us in real life, guys, in the 1800s. Like, how much did the Civil War cost?
25 million in the opening weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm very surprised. Although my movie was crowded. And it's
I was gonna say, do you think people are just quiet about it because they're mad that it wasn't one thing or the other, that they can't complain about it? There's no easy outrage vent for them.
I don't know, Shah. What do you think to that? Because do you think this is a movie? Because I feel like this is the kind of movie people see and don't shut the fuck up about. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've read a lot of reviews on it. I saw a lot of hype behind it, but nothing negative so far. And I don't think.
Yeah, no, there's nothing negative about it. I just think for a certain, like some people, the criticisms I've seen, and I'm gonna stop with plot, is that a lot of people thought it was too slow. There's about maybe, honest to God,
it's 8:24. What do you expect?
8 speaking parts that have Kirsten Dunst. This is the best thing she's ever done in her life. This is the best thing she's ever done in her life. I know a lot of people are upset with her about the Spider-Man shit. I really don't want to get into it. That's her perspective. She has a right to perspective. She's been around a long time. Good for her. But this is the best. I mean, something about this guy, Shah, I think, in his directing, I feel like an Ari Aster, like a Scorsese, like a maybe even dare I say a Brandon Cronenberg, definitely an Eggers. They pull that shit out of you. Like they fucking get, you know what I mean, Shah? Like they fucking get in your skin and they make you, because this guy's not going to put bad fucking frames of dialogue on the page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, they understand the psychology behind fear, and it's not just like shadows from the closets. They know how to get underneath your skin. You know what I mean? It's not a Blumhouse approach.
No.
Even
no jump scares from this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Alex Garland. I mean, his Ex Machina is essentially a sci-fi movie. Yeah, and there is no jump scares, but it's fucking It's a terrifying fucking movie.
It's very. And by the way, look at if you made Ex Machina now with AI. It's 10 times.
That's what I mean. He was ahead of the game, because now I'm like, oh shit. After I'm dead, there's 100% gonna be robots that are mixed in with humans. Like, I mean, with technology, and you look at Annihilation. I don't want to spoil anything, but that ending made me very uncomfortable. Like I was very fucking uncomfortable.
Fucking great ending, man. He knows how to end the motherfucker.
And that was a very different kind of alien movie. Nothing's been like that before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was more like environmental alien movie, right?
Like, yeah, but I mean, alien nonetheless, because it just, that ending though, man, that shit just fucked me up. And then you look at Men, it's like a Cronenberg movie, but it's deep. It's totally. I don't know, man. I like how every movie is so different, but yet, just the same amount of terrifying. And I'm in Civil War. This is nothing like he's done before, but I'm sure I would shit my pants every time I see it, because this is more of a realistic approach to fear than the other ones. But
yeah, B show. When I got out of the movie theater, I called my brother Mike, which is kind of something I generally do when I come out of movie theaters. And I texted him, and I was like, I just got out of Civil War, and he was like, and I'm like, it's a fucked up movie, dude. Like that's just, I was like, and that's the thing. Look, is it his best? Absolutely not. It's a very, I don't even I almost feel like it's unfair to compare this to these other films. This is his most ambitious effort. Clearly, this is ambition on another level. But Bisho, the thing I think that people are going to resonate with this movie is whereas all these other things that this guy has done are either far-fetched sci-fi, psychological. This feels like it could probably really happen, right? I mean, do you think that's an appeal or a turnoff?
Depends on who the crowd is. There's a lot of people who like, hey, it's over here. It could never happen, but we'll go on the roller coaster. We'll ride the ride as long as we're strapped in.
Yeah.
I think that repulsed feeling is what they're going for, and it's what's effective. But I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, like when I watch my cousin's kids or when I watch my kids and they watch something that's kind of tense, their initial response is to grab the phone or to look away or turn to something else.
Yeah, not pay attention.
But yeah, there's just this aversion to tension. Like they always have to have something, and when you draw something out, it makes them so uncomfortable, which that's what you want, but it's not necessarily going to keep people coming back. The one thing that I'm hoping with a movie like this, and it goes back to something, I don't remember what director said it in the 70s, but they're talking about like messages in movies, and they said, no, I don't ever want to put a message in a movie. There are themes, under the surface, there's themes, obviously, there's things I want to say, but my job is to get you to think and to get you to come to conclusions.
Right.
And that's, I think, what sets this movie apart from maybe if it was done by another mainstream guy or girl, is that they're not hammering home red bed or blue bed or whatever. Right. They're just putting it out there and saying, this is human nature, guys. This is where we could be headed. So,
for sure.
So I think I'm hoping that more movies like that come out as opposed to the pablum red meat for whatever base. And hopefully this has more success because it sounds really good. Now I want to go see it 10 times more.
Yeah. Shah, I think if you guys end up seeing it in IMAX, I think your experience would be very different from mine.
Yeah.
Because especially like the gun, like look, initially when I heard about the gunshot thing, I kind of made fun of people for being kind of, dicks. Like, cause people were like, yeah, the gunshots are really jarring. I've never heard gunshots like this. And Kevco brought that up, in the chat. But Shah, there's something about this very realistic director with a realistic vibe who has a very, sort of direct knack for making you feel like almost uncomfortable, and then seeing people just get executed at close range by fellow Americans. It's crazy.
Well, I think he kind of capitalized on the riots also, because during that riot season, we couldn't help but our minds kind of went to the worst, and you start imagining how things would look like in reality.
Yeah.
And I think he starts to show you that. So it's almost like we've been there in our minds before. Yeah. It didn't happen that long ago. So that even makes you more fearful of it, because you're like, shit, we almost witnessed something like this. You know what I mean?
No, we really did.
And you gotta, like, I don't mean to continue the A24 sucking off, but like, they take these risks, man. There's not too many companies.
They can. Yeah, they can.
They can, but I mean, they make movies like Lamb, and then fucking if they follow it up with, what was that other? There's something with the seashell with the shoes on.
Oh, Marcel the Shell.
Yeah, I mean, they're all over the place.
That movie's adorable, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean, they're all over the place with how many different types of movies they do.
Yeah, and then they make Everything Everywhere All at Once, which by no means was made to be an Academy Award frontrunner in every capacity, and it was, and it stole every award.
Well, that's what they're trying to go for with this one. They're trying to make some money back so they can take some other risks.
I will say this before we move on. I wanted to remember, I thought of you in the movie theater, because now that A24 is, like a big player, every trailer before the A24 movie is A24 movies.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, which is fun. Like, I've never seen this before. So I saw Maxine, which place went bananas for, but absolutely fucking bananas. That's awesome. And then that movie, the stereo, that weird teen movie, we saw the trailer that just looks about the TV trying to kill you. You know what I'm talking about? We saw
something glows when the TV
something glows and the TV glows, something like that. Yeah. I can't wait to see that fucking movie. I'm all dialed in for that movie. And then they had another A24 movie, which escapes me, but that was the trailers, because that's just where they are at this level. I think this is something to be experienced. I can see people not digging it. The ending, that's all I'll say. Some people did not like the ending. I kind of understood the ending. But I think people will be talking about it for a while. Definitely worth checking out in the IMAX. Now, speaking of movies, this weekend, the movie Abigail, which we've watched the trailer, is opening. I have yet to see the reviews. I think I'm going to go see it on Saturday. This is the vampire. Looks like the vampire hunter. The I want to say the ballerina vampire movie. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Bisho, do we have reviews for this yet?
Rotten Tomatoes out of 72 critics, 85%.
Oh wow, that's pretty solid. Shah, this isn't a Blumhouse, is it? I don't think it is.
No, I don't think so.
It's Universal.
The trailer looked pretty decent, but I mean, I'm not a big vampire person, so I'll probably wait till this comes out on Shudder or something. Because I mean, I wasn't too big on it. But before we move on from the last topic, I just wanted to mention this on based on what Bisho was saying. I don't know if it was a David Lynch quote that he was going for, but David Lynch mentioned something very similar where he said he doesn't like explaining his movies because it essentially puts an end to it, and he says his movies die right there.
Yeah.
When he explains the movie, because he wants you to forever think about, because there's always different perceptions of it. You know what I mean? It's very subjective. So I kind of get it when directors don't want to explain their movies or put a certain message in there because, you know, it is true. You kind of kill it because you explain the whole thing. There's nothing to wonder about.
By the way, Shah, you could say that about songs too.
Yeah.
The meanings behind songs. Like what
1979.
The most meaningful song in your life might that you've associated with something that happened to you might have nothing to do with the fucking song, other than the fact that you've made that association. So this is also, I don't know if this is Angus Cloud's last movie because he did pass away. Most people know him from Euphoria. He was phenomenal in that. He was very much playing himself. Died of a drug overdose a couple of years ago. He had a couple of movies in the can. This might be the last thing we see this guy in. But it's got Melissa Barrera from Scream in there, Dan Stevens, who is going to be the villain in Cuckoo, Kevin Durand, who's in like a million things, Giancarlo Esposito, oddly.
Again?
Yeah, he's working a lot, man. You know, he's working a lot. He's got bills. He's got kids. He's got kids, yo. He's got to work. Bisho, you have an interest in this. I'm going to check it out. I would like to see it.
It was a cool premise. I mean, I was watching TV with my kid the other night. I think we were watching the girls' basketball game, and this trailer came on. I'm like, check this out, because I'm trying to like slow drip them into horror movies to try to get them interested.
You got to baby step that shit. You got to goosebumps that shit. You know what I'm saying? Goosebumps.
Yeah. So like she was watching the trailer, and it's like, okay, they go into this haunted house. There's this little girl, and then she like jumps and makes for the dude. And my daughter's like, "What the fuck is this?" So that's one thing. Not a lot of people in the horror community will admit the big studio horror movies like Universal, things like that. Those are tent poles of the industry, especially the classic ones. I'm fine with franchise horror movies like this that are maybe a little bit more tame, as long as it's an interesting concept. And this was cool.
Is this an R-rated movie though, B?
I don't see.
It's gotta be, right? Oh, dude, dude, looked gory as fuck when we saw the red band. It's R, guys. It's an R-rated movie.
It's R. Yep.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's a shot right off the bat. That's a good sign. I mean, it's an R.
Yeah, it's a little bit more promising because I mean, if this was a PG, it looks gory as hell.
Yeah. Remember we watched the red band trailer? She's just eating the fuck out of people and bleeding all over the place. And
fair enough.
And biting the fuck out of people. B, you know, like to me, like this. Look, there's certain people, and Shah knows these people. My brother Mike knows these people. I know these people. You know these people. Just the fact that it's Universal Studios, horror snobs are like, I'm not seeing that shit. You know, I mean, like I don't want to see a studio horror film. I mean,
but then they'll stand for rubber. What is it, rubber or whatever the fuck it is? Like it's this great Bergman-esque picture, and it's like, okay, if you're gonna espouse the virtue of a rubber tire that makes no sense, then fuck off on the industry.
I saw Rubber. I did see it. Shah, did you see Rubber? I saw it.
No,
I watched it because people were hyping it up. I watched it.
No, I can't. I don't think I could sit through that, man. I mean, I know exactly what it's about, and it's just
no, I know. Joe Punches is saying it's a hard R. Yeah, apparently it's like the as of now, it's the bloodiest movie. And listen, this might be on the list. Look, I don't know. This might be in my top 5, B. It might be on my top 5, Shah. But I will probably check it out. I will go this weekend. You know, I don't really have any high or low hopes. I just want to see a cool horror movie, and it's playing, and I'm catching back up on my films. You know what I mean? So, but we're going to be checking that out, and we'll be talking about it. But speaking of movies that are coming out, we wanted to play this trailer for you. It dropped today with very little hype on it. I had heard a little bit about this trailer. It is from M. Night Shyamalan. Now, not that long ago, we played a trailer from his daughter's upcoming movie, The Watchers, completely unrelated, which I believe he is an executive producer of. This is his movie, written and directed, back to his, shtick, Philly, the whole nine. I watched this trailer today. I have to say, I didn't know that this is what it was about. And this is a movie called Trap, and we're going to play it for you now, and we'll be stopping it to not get kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah, sorry about that. I usually can sneak it in there without the sound booming, but it...
All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Lady Raven.
Hurry, come on.
Wait. I got to tie my shoe.
No dad jokes. This is serious. Come on.
I'm sorry.
That's not Jerry O'Connell, is it?
No, that is Josh Hartnett.
What? This is definitely Philly.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett is back. He had a big role in Oppenheimer.
Thank you. This is literally the best.
So Josh Hartnett here with his kid taking it to like a teen concert. Now I don't know who this actress is, but it's not that relevant.
Hey, I got to go to the bathroom. I can leave you here in the seat.
We should pause it for a few seconds.
Yeah, let's pause it. So for people, we have Josh Hartnett. He took his teen daughter to I want to say like a Taylor Swifty type person. It's all teens. This looks like this could be any kind of movie shot right now, right?
Yeah, so far, yeah. I already like it just because I can point out the exact highway that they were on.
I was thinking of that when they showed the highway scene. I was like, Shah knows
I know exactly where that is. So it's
that near
Center
Center
City? Cool
City?
seeing that.
Is that Center City?
Yeah, I mean I think that was right by the 30th Street station.
Yeah, 30th Street. Yeah, that's that main exit coming off the turnpike.
Or maybe right before South Philly, South Street.
Yeah, like exit. South Philly. Yeah, like that's those exits hit. Like you've seen those exits so many times. B-Show, this could be you, or will be you, right? I mean, this seems like almost like a teen movie.
I almost took my daughter to see JoJo Siwa about 3 years ago, but we couldn't get tickets in time. And
well, look at this.
And that's one of those things too. We talk about familiarity. It's like I love those situations, and I know Shah's not a huge fan of slashers, but I like those situations where even if it's fantastical or if it's out of the box, it's never really going to happen. If you can see yourself in that situation, for me, it's much easier to enjoy.
Well, let's see what. Here we go. So typical M. Night Shyamalan, we got a twist coming, and here it comes.
Cooper, Jamie, what's with all the police trucks outside? The cameras everywhere, Jamie. I'm not supposed to tell.
What the fuck?
Something happening? Don't rat me out.
There we go.
You know the butcher? The freaking nut job that goes around just chopping people up? Well, the feds or whatever heard that he's gonna be here today. So they set up a trap for him.
Oh, I've heard of this
concert. It's a trap.
What was that, Shah?
The plot of this got leaked a while ago. I just haven't seen the trailer, but I kind of had an idea this was coming out.
Yeah. So it takes one turn, but now we'll take another turn.
I have a feeling I see where this is going, but we'll let it play out.
Well, yeah, let's let it play.
They're watching all the exits, checking everyone that leaves. There's no way to get out of here.
What? Okay, so it's him. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Well, is it though?
Dad.
Because this is M. Night
I'm sorry,
Shyamalan.
Riley, what was that?
Is it her?
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Jesus.
See, I'm already kind of uncomfortable with this because this is what he does. It has a lot of potential, and then he drops the ball at the end.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. He kind of leads you down a path and then takes you on another path, right?
You're kind of dope, right?
So
see, I don't think it's him because it's too obvious. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be another twist.
But so Joe Punches is dying. Joe Punches wants to drop some knowledge on this. Of course, the Bayou Geeks jumped in there. Shout out to Bayou Geeks. I mean, listen, Shah, it's an interesting idea, but like you said, are you more concerned that this is just the big idea with the bad execution?
Yeah, because that's usually what he does. I mean, what was it? Not Cabin in the Woods. Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin. Yeah.
I liked it, but it had so much more potential. You know,
The
what I mean?
Village.
Okay, but Shah, hold on. I want to point this out before. Let's not forget one thing. The difference with that movie, he didn't write that. That was based on a book. He adapted that, and he generally writes his own everything he does. He adapted that from a novel.
Yeah.
To that point, though, what about The Village? The Village was the one with the blind girl and the monsters.
I love The Village.
See,
I'm
not. Yeah, I'm with John. Everybody hates that movie. I really like The Village.
Oh my god!
And to point out the fact that he made The Village where it was, like most people don't know where that is. Yeah. It's made in Chatsford, PA, on Devil's Road, which Devil's Road, apparently there's a cult house that they used to do satanic rituals at, and Christ. I mean they used literally, like they say that they used to kill babies and they used to sacrifice them and toss them at the bottom of this tree, and the roots of the tree started to grow out and made a skull. It was to the point that these almost like fairy tales made so many people visit this town that they closed off the road. So now there's no signs. If you visit down there, apparently like black trucks follow you. Look it up real quick. Just type in.
I want to see. Was that the Karen's Mysteries thing we talked about with the black trucks and the place that was off limits?
Maybe, but I mean, M. Night Shyamalan literally shot this movie.
Very Bohemian Grove.
Type in Chatsford.
I didn't realize people didn't like The Village, Shah. I thought people liked The Village.
No, people hated that movie.
I thought everybody hated Lady in the Water and The Happening.
You know what's the weirdest thing? I saw The Village in the theater, and for some reason, their print of the movie was off because I could see the camera the whole time at the top of the screen. So the camera was hanging off you, and it ruined the movie experience because you're like, dude, I can see the microphone and the camera hanging off. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Phoenix is the bomb in that movie, man. He's great.
Yeah, that's one of his earlier films. Yeah.
Michael, did you say Chadville or Chadsville?
Chadsford.
Chadsford. Is that all one word?
No, it's two words.
Chadsford.
It's with a
lot of Chads there. Is that what
D.
you're trying to say? It's a lot of Chads.
There we go.
No, it's with it. Yeah, and then type in Devil's Road.
Devil's Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a clip up from a past episode where we talked about Karen mysteries and like.
So
I think so. Yeah, I think we do. I think we did talk about this.
You guys obviously know the DuPont family, like
of course. That's another.
So they own a bunch of properties off this road, and there's a mansion apparently miles deep into the woods that they owned that they were doing rituals and shit at. So and all the trees are facing away from the sun, which is weird. But that's why he shot this movie there, because of the legend of this road.
Or they've been cut because of the power.
Well, yeah, obviously, because of the wire. It sounds cooler, but I mean, the other side of the trees, they're going against the wires. Which is the tree that they took down.
That's the tree that eats people.
It looks like a warlock.
Yeah. I mean, the DuPont family, there was a lot of incest in that family, so they're saying that whatever kids had issues, they would sacrifice and throw at the bottom of that tree.
Oh my god, they should have.
But this is like Camp Lady of the Lake. Up in Erie, Michigan, there's a place called Camp Lady of the Lake. Everyone thought this ghost went crazy and killed people, but it was like a summer camp that was shut down. I mean,
Bisho, I can tell you right now, there was a place by the Belt Parkway. We called it the Ghost of Gabagool, and growing up in Brooklyn, like seriously, the Ghost of Gabagool. Every time you went by there, the oil in your skin would run out because of your fear. You start sweating olive oil.
Can you go back? Can you go back to Google and after that put on M. Night Shyamalan?
Google?
I want you to see
Google.
Gabagool is the name of this episode.
Just put in
or the Italian Google is Gabagool.
Just put in Chatsford, PA, and M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, Slave Cheeks, what's up, pal?
There you go.
Gabagool. The Gabagool.
You got Gabagool. Oh my god, that's like an Italian Scooby-Doo.
Gabagool is funnier, I think. It's where Italians go to get all their information. Gabagool.
You just put it in. You go to the Gabagool.
Just type it in. www.
What's the matter with you? Your fingers are too fat. You can't hit the keys.
Where can I get my back waxed before I go to LBI? Hey Siri.
Yeah, but he built the whole village on a farm over there off that road.
I didn't know people had beef with the village. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought.
Yeah, well, doesn't that add to the movie though? The location, like that makes it so much crazier.
Dude, he's a creepy dude. Like M. Night Shyamalan to me, Shah is a guy who's batting like maybe 500. Don't you think? His good movies, amazing. His not amazing movies, not amazing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, don't you think that guy suffered from too much hype? like almost like Kevin Smith. He's like the Kevin Smith of like sci-fi.
Well, he climaxed very early with Sixth Sense and fucking Unbreakable and Signs. And then, he did The Lady in the Water and I think The Village after that. And then it was just
no, The Village is
shit.
before Lady in the Water.
Was it? So, I mean, I like his first 4 and then I hated everything he did until Knock at the Cabin. So, I mean, I like The Devil. The Devil is also hated.
Devil. I keep forgetting he did the Devil.
Yeah, he did the elevator movie.
Yeah, that's a weird movie for him. What's his best movie? Shah, would you say Sixth Sense if you had to?
No, I like Signs. Signs is my favorite.
Signs
one.
is a creepy fucking movie.
Signs
when that alien comes out in Signs, maybe one of the greatest modern horror scares of all time.
Yeah,
were you in a theater and saw that? People, fans.
People were jumping up like, holy shit! And it's so basic. It's just like an alien. It's just an alien, and everyone lost their
He
fucking
walks like
mind.
the Bigfoot, that alien. It's like in Mexico, and he just walks by. So, Shah, you're going with Signs?
Yeah, I'm going with Signs, and then oddly enough, Village is my second one.
Okay,
I like The Village that much.
Shyamalan, I'm sure you've seen almost all his movies. Everybody has at some point or another. You going? What's his best?
I'd have to say probably The Sixth Sense. I mean, I saw it when I was young, and it was just really good and creepy.
What a fucking movie!
Let me show you where my dad keeps his gun at, and then turns around and
his head is fucking Jesus fucking Christ.
Or like in the middle of the night when he's in the tent trying to hide, and all of a sudden he realizes he's not alone, and he breathes out, and that big puff of steam.
Yeah, it comes out. Yeah,
Jesus.
And also Shah, don't forget too. Like that was like Toni Collette's like breakout. I mean, she turned out to be like. She's magnificent in that fucking movie, bro.
I think the reason Sixth Sense is a little lower on my list is just because the plot was ruined for me before I saw the movie.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. So I went into it already knowing exactly what I'm dealing with. Mm-hmm. So, I didn't enjoy it quite as much as you guys probably did. But I mean, Signs, I remember seeing that in the theater and I almost shit myself when the alien came out. I was like, holy fuck.
Bisho,
I was young at that. I was a teenager, you know what I mean? So it was like my prime to fucking, go to movies and hell yeah, man.
Bisho, you're going with Sixth Sense, yeah?
I have to. I like the other ones. I think Village does get hate, but it's also because I think, like you said, he got kind of pigeonholed. I think he got pigeonholed and people expected something, and then it ended up being something completely different, and people just didn't want that.
To me, Sixth Sense was such a, like, people use words like game changer, and Sixth Sense was a big fucking deal. That movie was a big it was a cultural moment. Like, and by the way, I'm not just saying this because my friend's in the movie. My brother Mike and I's friend, our friend Glenn Fitzgerald, is in that movie. That Mike went to high school with, I went to college with. Great guy. Right. I was in a theater company with this guy. He's the guy trying to bang Bruce Willis's wife in that movie. But
that's right.
Mark Wahlberg in that opening scene, emaciated in his drawers, shot, crying. He was like, do you know why they did? Like, he's fucking bawling. Do you remember that? That was Mark Wahlberg. That was Donnie Wahlberg. That was Donnie
Wahlberg. Yeah.
Holy
I was gonna say, I don't remember Mark Wahlberg in that movie.
Dude, Donnie Wahlberg was the one who fucking is in his drawers in his house, all wet and crying. He's the one who kills him.
Yeah. Dude, Mark Wahlberg would have been up on a overhead pipe doing chin-ups. Like,
you know
how hard this is? Tell me, how hard fuck it, whatever, I lost it.
Dude, I don't know. His good shit is great. Yeah, dude, look at him. He's unrecognizable. He's all fucked up. He looks all cracked out.
I didn't even know that was him.
Yo, dude, you're not supposed to. He doesn't even. I don't even know if he's credited in the movie. Look at him. And at this time, he was New Kids on the Block guy.
Well, I was gonna say the best thing about this too is it's heartbreaking when you consider, like, you juxtapose it with the Haley Joel Osment character and where he could have ended up, and you think about, okay, this guy was a young kid, misunderstood like him, did not work out well for him. And you see how much fucking pain, like this shot right here, how much pain is on his fucking face and how vulnerable he is at the end of his rope.
It's scary. Yeah. I'm going this, and then I'm going Unbreakable because I'm a comic guy. That movie hit me right in the balls. Like, it just completely, like, honestly, like, that movie just knocked me the fuck out. But his bad movies are pretty terrible. I'm not going to sit here. The Happening is terrible. Lady in the Water is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Lady in the Water had so much potential, though.
So much.
It started out creepy.
Glass was a huge disappointment for me. He just completely sold that movie out after Split being such a hit for him. Glass should have been knock you on your ass good. It just wasn't. Cool idea. Not a great movie. And I liked the Knock at the Cabin. I was glad that it was as good as it was. But I think history will be on this guy's side. He's his banger. You know what I'm saying? Shot his hits are his good is really good. You know.
I think he's got to redeem himself a little bit because he's just.
So do you think this movie can be? Let me ask you a question about this movie. Trap. Is this fluff for him, or is this going to be a fucked up ending that nobody saw coming? That was not what we thought it was, and he puts us on our ass one more time.
I hope that's the case because that's what I thought with Knock at the Cabin, and it came out a lot more predictable than I anticipated originally. So, yeah. But again, that was one of his better takes on film, I think. In recent history, anyway.
Yeah, it really is.
So that had some redeeming quality, and especially with Batista. I thought he was phenomenal in that movie.
Yeah, you were blown away by him in that movie.
Yeah, I love Batista in that.
I was really impressed with these people I've never seen before, Shah, because I didn't know like really anybody in that movie except one guy. One of the two dudes, the married couple there, the guys. One of them I've seen before and I like him a lot. I didn't know the other guy; he was great. But these ancillary people in that movie, Shah, I thought were very good, like the strange woman, and you know what I mean. Like I thought everybody was really good.
Yeah, I guess I was so impressed by the balance that Batista found because he was like so soft spoken and warm hearted, but he was terrifying at the same time in the movie.
He was almost like Lenny from like Mice and Men.
Yeah, it was a weird.
So sweet. Yeah,
I like.
We don't want to hurt you. We're not going to hurt your family. I promise.
Yeah,
we just have to do something to save the world. It was just weird. Bisho, did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I think going into it, like a lot of his movies, I expected something different. But it goes to the human nature thing. I mean, it's like, what would you do that's the big thing with me is I kept asking, man, what would I do in this situation? What would I do? Is this a coincidence? Are they full of shit? Are they like a cult that just really believes this shit? What do you do?
And then the planes are dropping out of the fucking sky, yo. Come on, man. Like, I don't know. You know what? I think he has like a Kevin Smith quality where it's like he gets a lot of credit sometimes for shit he doesn't deserve. He's nowhere near as obnoxious. And he's got his bangers are way bigger bangers. Obviously, they're in different genres, but this is all from my generation. These people are all my age. This was my 90s Gen X people, Hollywood people kind of coming to the forefront. Bisho, your thoughts on that trailer before we move on to Quentin Tarantino, another Gen X icon.
Oh, wow. I think it looks good. Intriguing. I like Josh Hartnett a lot. I think he's one of those guys that got kind of painted with a broad brush as like a teen heartthrob type of guy. Yeah. But he's gone on to do some really good things, and he's more of an actor's actor than just a heartthrob type of guy. So,
Bisho, did you see Oppenheimer?
No, not yet.
Yeah, he's
every
Shah,
time.
You remember seeing Hartnett and Oppenheimer, and that he was in a pretty decent role.
Yeah, I want to watch Oppenheimer again because I just got Peacock for WrestleMania.
Oh wow, you got to watch Oppenheimer, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I have it on 4K. It's just easier to stream it. It's just annoying to, get the disc out and all that shit. But yeah, I plan on watching that again because.
Yeah, Bisho. Ironically, my buddy Glenn is in a movie with Josh Hartnett where he has to not jerk off for Lent for 40 days and 30 days.
He's in 40 Days, 40 Nights?
Yeah, he's like the best friend. You're the roommate. Yeah.
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah, he's in a lot. Yeah, I've known this guy forever.
Who is it?
His name is Glenn Fitzgerald. He's an actor. He's been on a lot of TV shows. He's most known for what's he most known for, Glenn? He had a TV show called Dirty Sexy Money. He's great. He's one Brooklyn kid. Me and my brother Mike like him quite a bit. I haven't seen him in a long time. I saw him maybe about 12, 13 years ago. But I was in a theater company with him. He's great. He's born and raised Brooklyn guy.
Yeah.
He's probably about 52, I would say now. I haven't seen Glenn in a long time. Nice guy. Just a great guy. Oh, Glenn. Oh, I've known this guy since 1989. I'm like going to tear up looking at this. I didn't realize he was all gray like me. This is crazy. Yeah, what a great career. Shah, I don't know if you recognize this guy. He's in a lot. He was in an amazing movie called Series 7, which, oh my fucking God, I will jump off a cliff for fucking how good this movie is. This is a movie about a reality show in the 90s where you get to kill people in 2001. It's a contest. That's the girl from, and she's from the hardcore scene, ironically. Holy shit. That's the girl from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yeah.
And they're the two stars in this movie. It's called Series 7. It's a thing where you find out that you're going to be hunted by another person, but you can kill them before they kill you. Brooke Smith, OG Hardcore. Shout out to Brooke Smith as well. I don't know Brooke, but I do know Glenn. Oh my God. Yeah, Merritt Weaver's in that movie. You guys ever hear of this movie? It's dude, if you fucking played this trailer right now, you'd be like, I need to see this movie tomorrow. It is such a, and I saw it because he was in it, and I, this was, I had to go support our friend there, but it's such a good movie, and I feel like no one's ever seen it. How is that 40 Days, 40 Nights movie, B-Show? Do you remember it?
I mean,
like a teen dribble movie.
It is.
Did you see it, Shah, 40 Days, 40 Nights?
No, like I said, I hate vampire movies. The only ones that I like.
No, it's not. It's a teen movie about a guy who can't jerk off for Lent. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of the vampire one.
30 Days of Night.
No.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking.
No, this is 40 Days, 40. I was gonna say the Series 7 trailer, dude, because I don't even know who has this. It was probably on Tubi.
Yeah.
It's called Series 7.
So basically, this dude gets fucked over royally by his ex-girlfriend, so he like does abstinence for Lent, and then he meets this fucking hot ass chick who wants to fuck him.
Yeah. Who's the hot broad in this?
Shannon Sossaman. I had a huge crush on her back in the day.
Okay. Yeah, Glenn is one of his roommates. I know that. Let's see. Where's Glenn? There's a lot of bigger names in it. Oh, there's Glenn. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, Vanessa Shaw's the ex-girlfriend. She's hot as shit.
Oh God, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good-looking girls in this movie, I bet, huh? Wow.
Maggie
How old is
Gyllenhaal,
Hartnett, you think? You think he's my age? That can't be. He
45.
Oh, okay. He's a lot younger than me. Shit. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he's real good in Oppenheimer. But if you guys get a chance to see this movie Series 7, it's very indie, but it's a brutal just like people are just sitting in a deli eating, and someone comes in and just fucking murders you and leaves. Series 7, The Contenders. I wonder what happened to this. I don't know. So few, dude, watch this trailer. It's a brief trailer, but I'm telling you, it's fucking hot, dude. This movie's insane. It's like it kind of foreshadowed reality TV.
Locked them in a house and watched what they would do. We've left them on an island and seen if they could last.
See, this is all like when reality TV was starting.
We're taking America's latest obsession.
I'm a survivor.
Way too far.
Yep. Look at
What the
If you have any bean dip?
yeah. Hot, dude.
Is your dad home?
Is your dad home?
They're given weapons
I'm not an aggressive person.
and they're forced to play.
She's a nurse. She's a cancer nurse.
Oh my God.
Tell her to come in for a snack and a cup of coffee and blow my head off, and let's get this show on the road.
We're going
Glenn.
away.
Is that him?
Yeah.
My boyfriend got me this bulletproof vest. I think it shows how much he cares about me.
That's
Beyond
Merritt Weaver.
reality.
Thought I'd look these people
I
up.
recognize him
Right
now that you pointed him out.
There's a
Yeah, he's
bomb
great.
in your house, and it's gonna blow in about 5.
It's crazy how you can tell the way things are shot, what era it's from. Like this just screams 2000s.
Yeah.
I saw you on TV. I love you.
Yeah, this movie's amazing. It's fucking amazing. And it really like sort of foreshadowed our obsession with reality TV. So that was like one of his first big movies. He did like a lot of TV shit back in the day. But I want to talk a little bit about Quentin Tarantino made a big announcement. Now, I don't think he formally made this announcement, but it's not been denied in any capacity. So Quentin Tarantino famously said this was going to be his last movie. It was called The Critic. Brad Pitt was going to be the star. He was casting people. It was going to be his final film in his career, never to work again as far as a director, writer-director. And a bombshell sort of hit the wire here that the movie is dead, not happening. This was a cast film, written, ready to go, and he has changed his mind. The reason he has changed his mind, guys, is because he has decided that this concept, he did not want to be his last film. So rather than say, I'm going to make a film after this or more films after this, he just said, fuck it, we're going to make a different movie. And now he's making a different movie that we're not sure what it is, but it might be related to the Cliff Booth character from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which won Brad Pitt his only Academy Award, by the way, a couple of years ago, which is brilliant in it, which is a phenomenal movie. Now, Shah, clearly we don't want Quentin Tarantino to go away, but this is a very strange development, don't you think?
On the surface, yes, but listening to so many interviews with Quentin Tarantino, I kind of get a better gist of his personality. I mean, he did a podcast with his YouTube guy. Like the guy had like 5,000 subscribers. And for some reason, Quentin Tarantino just took a liking to the guy and just started doing a fucking show with the guy. And the guy had like His reach was like nothing. You know what I mean? Here he is doing a podcast.
We have a chance.
Yeah, like he just started, like Quentin Tarantino would just watch his stuff, and he all of a sudden started joining him on a show. And the show never even blew up. It's still on YouTube. Like it's Quentin Tarantino doing a fucking show.
Let's will that into existence. Shah.
Yeah, can we will that into? Can someone get Alex Garland on the phone or Ari Aster?
No, man, we could have like a best feed in Hollywood segment. Just doing Tyson.
Does anybody know Ty West?
And he would just honestly nerd out with this guy for hours talking about the history of film.
Oh my God.
So I can tell he's very passionate about film, obviously, and he's one of those super nerdy, artsy ass guys, right?
Oh,
like
yeah, he's the real thing. Yeah,
so no, this does not surprise me. Like I can see him.
I'm surprised.
I can see him completely changing his mind and being like, I'm not really just fully invested in this idea anymore, and I'm not gonna do it. And if it's his last movie, honestly, I want him to be doing something that he wants. So I mean, who am I supposed to?
Yeah, of course. You have to wonder though, Shah, what was the deal breaker? Did he just wake up and go,
he's an artist?
I don't want to do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it.
No, he's an artist. His mind changed. That's just it's like me starting a piece of art and in 3 days being like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. So
yeah, you started a piece of art that you already commissioned, that someone's already paid for, that already gave you the idea, that you already came up with, that you finished, then going, I'm gonna pay you something completely different.
If I'm a multi-millionaire that doesn't necessarily need to do that, and I can refund the person, I might be like, yeah, you know what, I enjoy my time. I don't want to do this. You might. I don't know.
Wow.
I want him to be comfortable in the role, though. You know what I mean? Like I want him to be. What happened, B-Show? You're giving that face.
Oh, okay.
What?
So
here we go. There's more to the story because this was like,
So let's bear with me for a second because I caught it in the middle of a paragraph. Word is that Tarantino had rewritten the script, which delayed the start of production, but this is his 10th and final film. Tarantino simply decided the movie Critic would not be it. This is the biggest surprise to Tarantino fans since years back when Deadline reviewed he had shelved The Hateful Eight. Let's see. Okay, never mind. This is about Hateful Eight. My bad. I thought they were saying that behind his back, the script was shared with other people.
Yeah,
and that's why he decided to bow out. But that's Hateful Eight. My bad.
B-Show, what do you think of this idea of, obviously this is one of the highest profile people of your life in terms of making directors. There's probably no equal to this guy in a lot of ways, who just arbitrarily can go, let's do something else.
Well, I mean, if you put that pressure on yourself, this is going to be, it's my last one. I'm saying all there is to be said. There's nothing after it. And then you start rewriting the script and it's like, fuck, this ain't it. I can understand that. I mean, imagine you've had the success that he's had in any walk of life. And you say, all right, this is my last piece, do or die. I'm done after this. And then it's just not good. And we've seen wrestlers do this, like for the wrestling fans. We've seen guys say, all right, I'm going to retire.
We've seen musicians do this quite a bit.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Who's touring? The hair metal guys?
Oh, I don't, there's so many. God,
Anthrax and Metallica. No, who is it? There's like a big tour in this. Anyway, there was a retirement tour. They're going back on their word. People were mad about it a month
Motley
ago.
Crue's done that. I was at supposedly was supposed to be their last show on that last tour 15 years ago, almost 20 years ago, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but like in that case, imagine you're done. Thanks for the memories, and then you go out and you play like shit, and everybody's sick, and the audio guys fuck up, and it's like, I think we can do better. Like I can understand that. So I would much rather have him not half-ass it for his last thing.
Yeah,
have it to be something he's really into. My question is, what kind of movie is he going to make for his last?
That's the speculation. Is one of the ideas was a spinoff from that character for Brad Pitt. Which Academy Award, won an Academy Award. The Cliff Booth, who is the stuntman who killed his wife, and who killed the Manson family brutally. Shah, do you remember that scene?
No, I don't.
Where he curb stomps the fucking girl's face into the fucking.
Which movie are you talking about? I stepped away
from. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about fucking Hateful Eight.
No, he bashes that. No, B-Show just misread the thing there. He bashes one of the Manson family girls' faces into the rotary phone until her face fucking hangs off.
That's one of my favorite Tarantino movies, actually, man. I thought
isn't it amazing? Isn't it fucking great, dude? Everything about it, right? Everything.
So if it's a sequel to that, I honestly I don't
Looks
mind
like
it.
It might be, yeah.
I still want him to do something different, though. As his last movie, I don't want it to be a sequel, but
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's Quentin Tarantino. At the end of the day, who are we to say anything? He's fucking Quentin Tarantino. I mean, like, you know what I mean, B-Show? Like, whatever it is, it's going to be great, right? Honestly, I mean, I hate to sound like a dick, but right? I mean, he doesn't make bad movies.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a bad. I mean, there's movies that aren't as good as the other ones, but I mean, they're all good. They're all masterpieces. He's
They're
just
all
that
yeah.
dude. And I'm reading about the concept of the of the movie critic. This is so like movie nerd, okay?
Yeah,
So basically, it's about a guy who used to
Which is
write
Brad
movie
Pitt, by the way. It was
reviews.
supposed to be Brad Pitt. Okay.
Used to write movie reviews in a porno mag. And listen to the quote from Tarantino from Deadline.
You know,
He says,
he was writing movie reviews at Porno Man.
all the other stuff was too skanky to read, but then there was this one
It
porno
wasn't like
rag.
Sprue or anything. You know, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like Al Goldstein. Okay. It wasn't like that. Okay.
In my head. So I'm ripping off a fucking. Anyway, they had a really interesting movie page. So back in the day, Tarantino used to look in pornos and it was too skanky. So he would read the porno mags for the movie reviews. That's like the stories of George Lucas going to the Playboy Mansion and talking about business when there's all these beautiful women around. It's just
I could believe
that. Only a guy like this.
I could believe it. None of this sounds farcical to me. Listen, he's Quentin fucking Tarantino. He's maybe one of the best of all time. Shah, easily one of the best of all time. Like there's easily, right? Like
hands down. I mean, him. Shit, man. I don't even know if I can name somebody else other than him and Scorsese that rarely miss.
Yeah.
You know, like,
well,
which is weird because one of
one
my least favorite films of his is From Dusk Till Dawn, which you would
it's
think
Robert
that would
Rodriguez's movie, really.
Really?
Yeah, it's Rodriguez directed.
Really, I thought he did that. I guess
no,
it is.
No, Rodriguez directed it. He helped it get
That's
made.
why then. That's why. That explains it.
Yeah, it's Robert Rodriguez directed, and I believe also wrote it.
In that case, then Hateful Eight is probably my least favorite of his.
I like the performances in Hateful Eight.
It's just so slow.
I didn't like the pacing. I like the performances. Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh should have won a fucking Academy Award. Kurt Russell was on a whole other level. Walter Goggins, who's killing it right now in Fallout. But before we head out, I just think this would be a great segue. Speaking of Scorsese, his next project after the Jesus movie is a biopic of Frank Sinatra and his relationship with the gorgeous Ava Gardner, excuse me. I get these women confused because I wasn't alive. And playing him is, of course, none other than the other big swinging dick in the room. Leonardo DiCaprio is playing Frank Sinatra, and Jennifer Lawrence is playing Ava Gardner in a supposedly pull no punches biopic about Frank Sinatra. Shah, are you excited about this project?
Anytime this man is working, I'm excited, man. He's in his 80s. As much as we can get out of him, I'm happy with. Whatever he wants to do, man, I'll watch it.
B-Show?
I think it's cool. I'm questioning, and I'm not talking ill of Frank Sinatra, the legend, but does he have the same universal appeal that an Elvis still does or the Beatles still do?
Well, here's the thing, and me and my brother Mike talked about this a little bit. For years, you guys are a lot younger. Sinatra was basically like the most frightening person alive in Hollywood. That's not hyperbole. Comedians would not make jokes about him. No one would say bad things about him. He was a scary man. He was a legit connected person. This was not something he shied away from. If he was mad at you, you were in some type of danger. Okay, so when I grew up, people were very touchy about even making fun of the elderly Frank Sinatra. So I think there's a lot of stories there that Hollywood was afraid to tell. He was a womanizer. He ordered people to be harmed. There were people that were in hiding from him. I mean, he shared a girlfriend with the president or some shit. Like he shared women with politicians and gangsters. And I'm just saying, like he was like, we don't have a guy like that today. Like we have fake tough people and fake gangsters and shit like that. He was the real thing, Shah.
We have Kid Rock.
Shah, like this was a guy who not only was super famous and beloved by people, he could have you killed. Like he literally was associated with crime lords. You know what I mean? We just don't have anybody like that in our world.
Well, I think we have it worse now. The famous people themselves are killing people nowadays. That's a little worse, man. You look at that guy, Young Thug. He's associated with like 30 murders in Atlanta.
Right, but he's not mainstream. Like
Well, he
somebody
is,
over
though.
30. Not really. I'm talking about.
I mean,
like,
not to the point of Sinatra. Or
Sinatra
Elvis.
Sinatra has Taylor Swift status. If Taylor Swift was having people killed for disrespecting her,
she may.
Maybe she will. Who knows? That's real power. It's he was the mainstream. Young Thug is not mainstream. Like, there's plenty of people that don't know any songs by Young Thug. You know what I mean? They might have heard the name. Sinatra was at the forefront of movies and music and doing live shows. They invented the Vegas live shows. So he was like, you couldn't get it would be the equivalent of like Madonna, like having people murdered. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he had any people murdered. I don't want my car to blow up tomorrow, B-Show. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean, B-Show? Like, there was nobody kind of like this dude.
Yeah, I'm not saying it will be interesting, but I'm trying to think of what status he has recognizably nowadays with pop culture. And it's almost on the level, maybe a notch above a Tom Jones or someone like that. Because
why did Elvis do so well with people? Because you think it was because Austin Butler is like, girls like Austin Butler and they.
No, I think Elvis, I don't know if it's what we talked about with the Beatles before, but like Elvis has had like this perpetual machine behind him continually, even after his death, to where like when I was in high school, shout out to my friend Felicia. We were 17 years old working together, and she was obsessed with Elvis. Wanted to
I know
go
a lot
to
of young people obsessed with Elvis. Yeah, no.
Had all the war movies on VHS, and she'd watch them at like on her break and stuff. Like, there's
That's
some
crazy.
sort of appeal with Elvis, and there's still been like a drumbeat from pop culture and his machine pushing him forward. Whereas he was one of the biggest stars in the world, Sinatra. I just don't know if that has carryover to today.
Yeah. You know what's funny though, Shah? Like, I mentioned like DiCaprio, and like my wife and I would talk about him sometimes when he was like, when I said, oh, he got screwed for the Oscar or stuff like that. She was like, I don't really like him. Does anybody really like him anymore? I never got the whole fascination. Is DiCaprio kind of done with that kind of fame, you think?
No, I think if anything, his career has grown over time. I mean, I think his movies are starting to get better and better. He hasn't missed for like a decade and a half.
Movies, but you have to remember, Shah, even when you were a teenager, this guy was like a heartthrob guy. Like,
yeah, but he was doing way worse movies. Like, he was doing the Man in the Iron Mask, and he was doing like mediocre films.
Some of them, he did some artsy shit though. He did some Basketball Diaries.
But I mean, it really picked up
Romeo
once he
and
started
Juliet,
doing. Once he started,
Romeo and Juliet's great. I love that movie. I think it's
once he started collaborating with guys like Tarantino and Scorsese, he hasn't missed since then, because that's all he does now. Is pretty much.
Yeah, he's on that level. So you're saying Scorsese probably brought him to that level?
Yeah, him and Tarantino. I mean, those are the two that I think really just kind of. I mean, that's all he's collaborated with for what, 10, 15 years now at least.
Yeah, he only plays in the pool with the big dogs now.
Yeah, but literally those two guys, I think, are the ones that he's made films with the last.
They bring stuff out of him. I feel like Scorsese really, like, when you look at his work with Scorsese, Scorsese brings something out of this guy.
Once upon in Hollywood and
oh my God,
Django. I mean, those are the
him and Django. Ones. He should have won the Academy over Django.
Yeah.
Shit, everybody should have won the Academy over Django. Other than, I mean, obviously somebody did, but I'm just saying, like, I caught Django. I caught a half hour of Django the other day, and I just sat there like my mouth open. I was like, I forget how good this motherfucker is. That's how good Tarantino's just that good. Listen, I'm glad we're getting a different movie out of him. I'm glad they're making this DiCaprio movie. I'm glad that we're still here. We are, guys, 2024, and we're talking about DiCaprio, Tarantino, M. Night Shyamalan. You know what I mean, B-Show? There's something. I mean, it's something to be said for that.
Yeah, and I was looking through the IMDb for his filmography. Listen to the last couple, before we jet. The last couple movies. Killers of the Flower Moon rated 7.6 stars. Don't Look Up, 7.2. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 7.6. The Revenant, 8. The Audition, 6.6. Wolf of Wall Street, 8.2. Great Gatsby, Django, J. Edgar, Inception, Shutter Island. I mean, his body of work, man, he may not be the heartthrob, and he may not be on Tiger Beat magazine covers anymore, but it's not like he's Ryder Strong, and after his teen throbby days, he wanders off into the sunset.
Shah, I forget how good this motherfucker is. Look at this.
That's what I was telling you, man. Ever since Gangs of New York, he's just gone.
The Aviator, The Departed. I mean, I think I don't know.
It started with Gangs of New York, Catch Me If You Can, and then it just went up.
Yeah, wow, what a trajectory. Yeah,
his worst rated are like 6.5. That should tell you something, you know.
Marvin's Room. He was like he was like 14 in that movie. Quick and the Dead. He's good in that too. Basketball Diaries is the shit. Well, I'm
that
not
was
a
a
New
good
Yorker.
movie. Basketball
I
Diaries.
love Jim Carroll. I'm not gonna.
This
I love
Boy's
the book.
Life. That's a good movie too.
Fucking phenomenal movie, dude. He was in Critters 3, B show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I didn't know he was in Poison Ivy. That's a good.
Or Parenthood.
That's a 3-tissue movie, by the way. Okay. It is. He's Gary Buckman. He's not. The TV series. Gary Buckman is Joaquin Phoenix in Parenthood, by the way.
Yeah, I thought that was the movie. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, listen, we got a dick ton we're going to get to on our little Patreon there. So consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Media. $5 a month. That's going to get you tons and tons of content. And we want to give a shout out to our special friends that we give our pluggy plugs to. I'm going to plug my buddy Rich Dow's podcast. I'm going to plug the Deathmatch Outlaws, the Drew Yarsifer Experiencer, the Cassette Classics 86 on the YouTubes, Down on the Thundercast, and of course Don, Tony, and Kevin Castle. Necromaniacs, you got to be checking them out every week. They're covering a horror movie every week. And of course, he's pointing to the shirt. Look at that. The Inhuman Experience podcast. And of course, Ringside is Wrestling. I'll be joining those guys. We couldn't get to a show, but we're going to be doing a show soon with my friends across the pond. Mojo and Dirk's Most Dastardly Show. And of course, the Gardan of Doom. We have Off the Mat, the Old Guy Metalcast, funkbetty.com. That's our good friend, Mr. Anderson's clothing company. So go to funkbetty.com. MJW Games, Cherry Jesus on YouTube and his band Kaiser. Our good friend Sam Hoyos and his band Playing Dead and his podcast, the Red River Podcast. Bayou Geeks, Fatty 316, good friend of the show. The High Marks Podcast, the Midnight Mass Creature Cast, the Weekly Detour with Anthony, Alston, and Teddy. We got the Guns and Geeks Podcast, and of course, shout out, of course, to our good friends over there at Wrestling Soup. I've been on the show a bunch the past couple of weeks there, so shout out to them, of course. Shah, what's happening on the old Planet Mondo?
So I started streaming again. I did a reaction to the Drake song against Rick Ross, and I did a stream yesterday naming my top 30 Vinegar Syndrome movies. So showed off 30 of my titles that I own from them. So if you want to go check that out, it was about an hour. So if you want to check that out, it's on Planet Mondo. It was streamed yesterday, and I also uploaded the video, so you can check it out either way.
All right, well, people got to be checking that out. B-Show, anything happened?
Oh, real quick.
Oh,
next week, I'll be doing the top 15 A24 horror films. So 15
That's
of them.
Banger. Oh, my goodness. We might have to do a little crossover there. We may need to revisit that a little bit on the show. I'm very curious about that. B-Show, talk to me. What's happening on the B-Show Brian channel?
Shah inspired me to get off my fat, lazy ass and record something. However, I didn't realize till after I was done that one, the movies I was referencing to slam Blumhouse were not exactly correct. And two, it was picking up mic from my laptop. So I deleted the fucker and I'll redo it. It's like the Blair Witch being redone and my thoughts on Blumhouse. So I'll probably redo that sometime next week. And I think I'm going to do more stuff other than horror, but almost like a satellite to this show and not taking anything away from the Patreon. I'll still do bonus shows there, but just building out our little community of shows here. So
and of course, people need to hit that subscribe button for Planet Mondo, and of course the B Show Brian channel, and of course the Spitball Media channel. Hit it. What do you got to lose? Listen, we're heading over to Patreon. I hope you guys have a wonderful, great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week on Spitball Media.
Peace.